I'm Larry Aarons, the host of the Morning Brew. It's Tuesday and it's raining. Can you believe it? Wow. I don't even know what to do. I had to fumble to find the windshield wipers on the car. I had no idea where the control was. It's been so long. Anyway, I'm here with our co-host, Aaron Muffaletto.
Good morning.
Who braved the storm to be with us today.
Our storm. Yeah, I was excited. It was summer weather, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it's awful. But we'll survive. I
want to get the audience ready. We're actually going to do a weather forecast here in a second. We don't normally do that, but hey, we got weather.
We're getting all fancy and stuff.
Let's tell you what's on the show today. You know that big, strange, mysterious-looking building that says New Mexico Scientific Laboratories? It's right there on I-25 on the east side of the freeway near the Big I. You know that one?
Everybody wonders
what it is. Yeah, you drive by and you go, what kind of weird stuff goes on in there? Well, you're going to find out today from the man who runs the facility. David Mills is going to be with us with New Mexico Scientific Laboratories, and that'll be our first guest this morning. Later in the show, our Local IQ segment, it's Food Day, and we're going to talk to Justin De La Rosa. There's some new restaurants opening in town that he'll tell you about. And we'll also be commemorating the 100th anniversary of the Anti-Defamation League with our guests, New Mexico Regional ADL Director Susan Seligman, and board member of the ADL in New Mexico is Jeff Diamond. They'll both be here on the show as well. Right now it's time for headlines. Headlines are brought to you on the Morning Brew by Tony and Guy Hairdressing Academy. We love those guys. Thank you, Tony and Guy Hairdressing Academy. Okay, and headlines today. Thank goodness children seem to be okay. There's a few injuries, but there was an awful bus crash in northern New Mexico. And this is in the area where you're from, Ojo Caliente and that area.
Yeah. I went to Mesa Vista High School. It's a very small town in Ojo Caliente, New Mexico. The elementary, middle school, high school is all on one campus. So yesterday I received the news, and it's unfortunate. It's a small town, so everybody knows everybody. But most of all, we just want to wish the family of the bus driver well. He passed away yesterday from the bus crash, and all the children seem to be okay. So
there was some serious injuries. Some were flown to UNMH, but apparently they'll be okay.
Yeah.
So, but that's quite a shock for a little town like that in that area.
Yeah, it hits close to home.
Yeah, so. It does. It does. All right, we warned you. We do have weather to talk about today, and it's actually raining a bit in the metro area, snowing a whole lot up in Denver. And look at the forecast. Look at us with the weather graphic. Isn't this cool? High today is only going to be about 53. So, and tomorrow mid-50s, and then we'll get back to warmer weather by Thursday. But we hope you're impressed. Look at that.
A little change from the regular weather we've been having.
I should do a thing and hold my dog or something while I do the weather. Some crazy, quirky.
Have an umbrella.
Yeah, have an umbrella. Be the weather guy. NCAA champion is Louisville. Your bracket survived.
It survived. It came out okay. I was, weird enough, I was second place in one of my brackets and 30th place in another one. I don't know how that worked out.
You had two going.
I actually had four. It kind of varied. But, it survived. First time in 27 years that Louisville received a championship. So good for them.
Yeah, Rick Pitino showing the coach that he is. Michigan was taking it to him in the first half.
Yeah, I was kind of scared there in the beginning.
Yeah.
With some bets going on. So
all those players you saw for both teams, about half of them will be going to the NBA next year, pretty much.
Yeah.
But congratulations to Louisville, the NCAA men's championship. I heard something kind of weird this morning, and I can't get into the thinking behind it with the NCAA. So the Louisville women's team is playing for the championship tonight in New Orleans. The men's team, I heard, wanted to go to New Orleans to support.
Yeah, they've been rooting each other on.
Exactly. NCAA said, no, you can't do that.
Isn't that awful?
Why? I don't get it.
Yeah.
But it's, sometimes they just make this stuff up, I guess. But I don't know why the men's team couldn't go down there and support the women. It's a big arena. Come on.
But you know who was supporting Michigan yesterday?
Who?
Fab Five were there. And so I don't know if anyone's seen the ESPN Fab Five movie, but check it out.
They were all in attendance in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think 3 of the 5.
Yeah.
So.
Most notable have been some celebrity passings here in the last few days. and a lot of tributes to the late British Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher, Britain's Iron Lady. We have some images of her here on the Morning Brew, and there she is. And as you learn more about her legacy in Great Britain and some of the speeches, and even her political opponents respected her tremendously, and tributes pouring in from all over the world. And I love this quote from her. This is a great quote. It says, "Being a leader is like being a lady. If you have to go around telling people you are one, you aren't."
Yeah, I actually tweeted that yesterday as well. I love that quote.
It's a beautiful quote among many things that Margaret Thatcher said. And, you know, you start looking at what she talked about. She kind of predicted the economic woes that Europe is having right now.
Yeah.
And she was an advocate of not having Great Britain go on the euro for a lot of the reasons that the economy is now having problems in Greece and Spain and Cyprus and places like that. And it's uncanny how correct she was in forecasting what was going to happen in Europe should they go down that path. So
Brilliant woman. We'll miss her.
indeed. Another one for us baby boomers was the passing of Annette Funicello yesterday, and
Mickey Mouse Club
from
member,
the Mickey
right?
Mouse Club. Interesting about her too was that she was selected to be a Mouseketeer by Walt Disney himself.
Wow.
He didn't pick any of the other Mouseketeers except her. That show, of course, debuted in 1955, and all of us of that age can remember that show quite fondly. And then Annette Funicello went on to star in some amazing beach movies in the 60s, Beach Blanket Bingo, Beach Party, with Frankie Avalon. And they're very cheesy, but they're fun to watch, those movies. And then she went on to be a spokeswoman for Skippy Peanut Butter, and she's just a beloved figure in television.